The goblin defense is hilarious, though. It is pretty hilarious. But as somebody who is friends with an artist who draws goblin porn, the funny thing is I knew exactly what Vaush was talking about because his descriptor for goblin porn is exactly the way she draws her art. Shout out to Rumpin.
All right, so this is a video that I was really debating whether or not I wanted to make it, mainly because Tipster, the YouTuber that we're going to be taking a look at, is pretty irrelevant. This guy's channel has been dead for approximately 3 to 4 years, and the main reason why people know of him as of late is because he's defended Vaush like no one else. People who need their hard drives checked right this second. He's more of a locale. Everyone just points and laughs at him. He is 40 years old, married, and loves hanging around e-girls. And I don't have a problem with you hanging out with e-girls as long as it's legal and you're not in a relationship or married. My boy Tipster out here doesn't care. When you're married, that's stuff that you should probably not be doing, in my opinion. So after defending Vaush every single day for like a week and a half, he finally made a video called "Was I Wrong to Defend Vaush?" Now don't worry, we're not gonna watch this 42-minute video. This video could have honestly been like 5 minutes long. Let's see what the Hombre Grande has to say about this.
But I'm gonna state it again, make it crystal fucking clear. I am not okay with lolly. I don't defend the existence of lolly, the consumption of lolly, the production of lolly, etc. When it comes to Vaush having that shit on his computer, I'm willing to be charitable and listen to his explanation that, hey, it was an accident. I didn't fucking know.
Now you might think, well, Sensitive, this is a pretty reasonable take. Why are you hating? Why are you hating on my big man, the Tip? Well, it's because he's Mexican. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna include that actually. No, the reason why I'm hating on him is not because he's a big boy. It's not because he's Mexican. It's not because he's 40 years old and flirts with e-girls. No, the reason why is because he was constantly on the defense. You know, Vaush probably did it on accident. How do you accidentally save a file and then prepare it to be organized? Let's test this out. Let's see if you can accidentally click something and then add it to your folders, as Tipster says, right? Let's do it. Let's say I found this image. I'm Vaush, right? I'm a freak, degenerate, and this picture right here is making me cream my pants right now. How do you accidentally download this? You can't. You gotta go right click. Oops, didn't do it the first time right, so let me try again. Right click. Then you gotta go to save image as what? Downloads? Images? Add images to photos? Then you accidentally press save image to downloads. You press it, right? And then you go to your file. You know, there's quite a few ways to go about it. So how you accidentally save something is beyond me. Like, I could see a teen get away with this, right? Vaush is a grown man, and Tipster is like 40 years old trying to defend this man. And yes, I know he said he's anti-lolly and all that stuff, but the only reason why he's finally being like, nah, you know, Vaush, that was kind of retarded, is because everyone, I mean, absolutely every single content creator has been on his ass about it. They're making fun of him because it seems like he was defending it. Once again, Tipster and Keffals were the only two people who were defending Vaush, so not the best people to have backing you up.
It was really fucking stupid and really fucking careless for him to have that shit on his computer. And Vaush, if you happen to be watching this, I'm just going to be honest with you. You're kind of fucking retarded for having that shit on your computer, okay? I'm just going to be real. But do I think that you're a pedophile because you accidentally downloaded that shit? No, I don't think so.
Once again, he's saying, I don't agree with Vaush, and then he's like, well, what if he accidentally did it? You need a few more clicks to save a photo. How do I download this by accident? Maybe if you're a little kid or it's your first time on the computer, but a professional Twitch streamer that's been streaming for years, you're telling me he downloaded, not one, by the way, multiple photos. But guys, I promise you, I'm not defending you. I'm just making excuses for him. Okay,
I think people have really lowered the bar for what makes someone a pedophile. And I'm sorry. I don't think that that's the case. Okay. And in regards to Vaush defending CP, I don't think that's the case. I think his arguments are being misrepresented. I think he used really terrible analogies to make his arguments, but I don't think that he's defending the existence of CP or adults having sex with children. None of that shit.
How many times can you justify his moments where he allegedly makes weird arguments or uses weird examples? Take this advice. Stop defending Vaush. He doesn't know you. He doesn't care about you. And Keffals and Vaush will throw you under the bus in 2 seconds for 10 subscribers. They do not care about you. They're using you as a pawn. There's a reason why there's not a lot of people defending Vaush, you know? A lot of people are waiting for this big video to drop. I'm ready for it. I want to see what he does to defend himself. But Tipster's trying a bit too hard to defend him. It feels like they're dating. They're like, no, leave my boyfriend alone. And this is why. Brother, you're 40. Go be with your wife.
The other thing I want to do really quickly before I wrap up this segment is I do want to apologize to some of my friends who I care a lot about. One of those friends being Keffals. When I tweeted the tweet with my criticism of H3, I did try to tweet it in a way that it wasn't aggressive, or I wasn't trying to be like crazy argumentative or whatever. I wanted to state my criticism, but I didn't want to be a dick about it. Okay. I tweeted that tweet. I went to bed and I woke up to utter fucking chaos because Ethan saw my tweet. Ethan didn't like my tweet. And Ethan responded to my tweet.
Like, if you're critical of someone and that someone responds, it's fair game. You know, that's kind of what you're getting yourself into. It's like if I made a video on Anthony Fantano, which I did, I don't take it back, and he responds to it on Twitter or in a YouTube video, it's fair game. I don't care. It's fair game, and I'll make another response. I literally don't care. That's just the way it goes. Can't be calling people out and then be like, I don't like it when you respond because I'm getting too much hate. If you're getting too much hate and you're a 40-year-old man and that brings you down, turn off your computer and go outside. I don't know, drink a beer. I don't know, whatever people do when they're 40. I don't know, when they're married. Go take your wife out to a nicer restaurant with all the donations you've been collecting from weirdos. This is a grown-ass man being like, I tweeted something out and then Ethan responded and I woke up to so much hate. So much. Like,
the other thing is this whole experience has honestly ruined anime for me in general. I said it before, like, hentai was never my thing, but if you're into hentai, honestly, just stay the fuck away from that shit, because holy fuck, like, you could look at something that looks perfectly fine and then later find out it's lolly, and then you could find yourself in a situation like this. So this whole situation has honestly ruined anime for me.
Oh my god, I've seen it all. If you ever feel lost or you're like, man, I'm never going to find love, I'm going to die a virgin and alone, always look at the tip as a good example, because it really shows you and you could still be married. Because I know some of you are going through breakups and you're sad and you're like, I'm never going to find love again, these hoes ain't real. You know, stay motivated out there, gamers. He said he was never into hentai, and you know, be careful with what you watch. And it's like, dude, the pictures that Vaush had, you could tell those were young. Just something to keep in mind. It's like saying, guys, never date a woman again because, you know, what if they look like they're 12 but in reality they're 19? Watch out, guys, never date women again because some of them look younger than their age. It's like, these are not drawings, these are human women who have brains. Tipster, you could just ask them, yo, how old are you? And if in your state it's 18 and they're 18, go ahead, go crazy. And if you're from another country and the age of the consent is different and it's legal, you know, fair game, right? I really want someone to check this guy's hard drive.
Has honestly ruined anime for me so fucking much that I never want to watch anime again. I don't want anything to do with anime. I got my waist bin here and I got some of my anime. We got Death Note, one of my favorites. Fuck it, throw it in the bin. We got some Dragon Ball Z, another great anime show. Throw it in the fucking bin. Robotech seems pretty harmless, but who knows? Maybe there's some lolly in there. Throw it in the fucking bin. Ease, based on one of my favorite RPG franchises, in the fucking bin. Hell, I've got video games that are anime inspired. Those go in the bin too. Ease, the video game, gone. The Final Fantasy games, there's probably some lolly in there somewhere.
This is probably the most amount of exercise he's gone in the last 6 months. This is such a stupid argument. If you watch Naruto, you might think one of them is attractive, and by that logic, you might be a pedophile. But the way this guy's going about it, it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe this fucking Gundam has hentai and they look young, and you know, you should be able to distinguish what looks way too young to what looks age appropriate. And after defending Vaush multiple times, this is probably one of the worst moments. But once again, it's pretty funny to see a grown-ass man just have a meltdown over defending someone who doesn't even know Tipster exists, and on top of that, throwing a fit like a 15-year-old who just got told, no, get off of that, you know, Japanese website. Pretty interesting way to go about it.
Final Fantasy games, there's probably some lolly in there somewhere. Get rid of them. Oh, Final Fantasy VII remakes, gotta go. Catherine, pretty sure there might be something sussy in there. Let's get rid of it. And just for good measure, Ethan calls people he views as lolicons, he calls them lollipops. So we'll get rid of lollipop chainsaw just to be on the fucking safe side. I'm so sick of anime at this point. I want nothing to fucking do with it. No more anime in my house. I'm sorry, babe. I know you're in the other room. I know you still like Pokemon and shit like that. No more. No mas. It's Jover. No more anime in this house. Fuck that shit.
Like, just imagine hearing your husband defending this. Well, not defending a lollipop, defending Vaush. What's funny, like, after he turned off the camera, he was like, yeah, I fucking killed it. And just started digging up the anime. Like, brother, this was not necessary to prove a point, okay? It just makes you look dumber. You got yourself into this. You're the one who was out there defending Vaush day after day after day, stream after stream after stream. Am I saying that Tipster defends Lolly or he defends CP? No. The point is that he was defending some very unique individual. Just my 2 cents. What do you guys think of this? I hope this video doesn't flop because no one knows Tipster. So praying for the best right now. Anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out.